Do we care about Sydney Sweeney and her fiance of 7 years splitting?
I mean, Sydney Sweeney is an incredible talent, and I think everybody
So
should.
talented. Both of them are
Yeah.
very talented.
Now, can I be very honest about Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah.
When you look at her actual acting ability, she acts like a piece of wet noodle. She does not
She's
have
like
a
a
whole lot of
meh
range.
actress.
Yeah, she's not in a whole lot of range, but she sure does have that personality, and that personality works in many, many ways. So I will embrace. I can't speak for the divorce or whatever, but I think that's great news for some dude out there who is looking for a lovable
Yeah.
woman with personality.
There's a chance that maybe some of our viewers could be the next, could be Mr. Sweeney.
What if Master Gawa came in and was like, "Yo, Sydney, what's up?" She's like, "Hey, all right, let's go."
Why
Just
did
saying.
they call off the wedding? Jonathan Davino, they've ended things for good after called off their wedding earlier this month. That means how much did they already pay for? She's exactly where she wants to be. Most people would feel overwhelmed by her working schedule this year. This sounds like a cope, but not Sid. She's all about working right now. I'm very excited about her projects. Yeah, okay. Um, the source added, what we did make her overwhelmed though was her relationship and her wedding. Yeah, that means it probably wasn't right. But then 7 years together, that seems like, why would you spend so much time?
I'm with you on that. I think that if you get to a point where you're in the second half of a decade, you should probably have done something at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I mean, and then I look at relationships that I've stayed in that were completely wrong for me. But like you could do a bad relationship. I could do 2 years on my standing on my head in a bad relationship. Like that's nothing. But once you get,
Yeah.
I think once you get into like that 3rd year, 4 years, it's like, oh,
I had a long distance relationship of 3 years before I met my wife. I had a very long-term relationship, like over 3 years but it was a long distance. So we only saw each other like every couple of weeks. And this is, pre FaceTime, pre-internet, like we would, I didn't even text. We would just call, we'd talk on the phone and stuff, but I'd fly up and see her every couple of weeks. Right. And that was a 3-year relationship. And that ended because I was like, okay, we got to make a decision here. And it did not end well for her. So,
yeah. I used to date a guy who lived in DC, and I was always looking up like cheap bus tickets. Like I was so enthusiastic about getting these $1 and $5 bus tickets, but then I didn't realize like I was the one taking the bus to see him all the time.
it dawned on you like, oh, I'm the one losing all this money for going. Yeah.
And I'd be like, wow, what a steal. But like, God, these were like, a bus to DC is not quick. It's like, I think at least it's like 4 or 5 hours or something.
Yeah, I'd do the plane ticket up to Kansas City. It was a different time, man. It's weird how like relationships have changed so much over in the last 10, 15 years, just with dating apps. Like I feel so fortunate. I don't have to get tossed into that wood chipper.
I never was on Tinder. I met Frank like right as Tinder was coming out.
Man, I think that's
that whole thing.
I've always wanted to do some sort of like relationship show, and I think that'd be really fascinating to do as somebody who has never done any of that nonsense, right? To be able to learn about like over almost 60% of relationships start on online apps now, and you go back like 20 years ago, and that was seen as like really taboo and weird.
And you were a loser if you met somebody online.
Yes, it's crazy.
I met my husband on a really old app called In Person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, never heard of that. No.
Yeah.
No, I got fortunate. I met my wife in this thing called Real Life. It was awesome. We actually saw each other and everything. It was great.
Some of the young people may not be familiar.
Yes. Yeah.
With it, but it's
what a crazy world, man. What a crazy world.
Okay, let's see. What else is going on? Sydney Sweeney. She was overwhelmed. Yeah, 7-year engagement. That's a red flag right there.
I agree. I think once you pass I mean, this actually brings up a better question. How long, how long is too long to be engaged? It's like
I think 2 years is like would be the absolute max, only if you're in a situation where like maybe somebody is in like the military and then there's like
right.
a long kind of some kind of a work thing. Um
I could see that. But if you like live down the street from each other, I think you kind of got to commit
a
it.
year, a
You know?
year. I think it's
Right.
like yeah, depending on when you get engaged, right?
Mhm.
You're not gonna do winter to winter, you're gonna do winter, okay, and then that spring get married or that summer. Um
Yeah, I think that's obviously definitely a woman thing, right? Most guys don't care about the wedding, at least not a whole lot. There's the exception, right? I don't know how did your husband care a whole lot?
he cared, but not in a gay way, like, he cared about some things. I picked the napkin color, I picked, like, the theme colors, I picked the flowers, the
Mhm.
things that I really wanted to do, he didn't, like, care to do, like, the flowers weren't important to him.
You know what I chimed in
But
on?
we did the cake testing together, we
Yep.
picked the food together.
Uh-huh. Yep. Cake and food. There it is right there. That's pretty much all I cared about right there. Cake and
Yeah, well,
food.
he's Italian, so, like, that's the most important thing.
Bada boom. Hey.
"Hey, I'm walking
Hey.
in.
Hey.
Hey, food." There was a We got married at Bear Mountain in New York, so they didn't the other places we looked at were, like, classic wedding venues, and the Italians usually do a long, like, a big ass cocktail hour and, like, a Viennese hour, but the venue we did, like, didn't offer that, so I was worried, like, that the Italians were not gonna be, happy with it, but it was good. It was so great.
It's been a long while since I've been in a wedding, and I think that's something that how in wedding singers they go, or not wedding singers, wedding crashers, how they go around to each of the weddings, and like one they're at an Italian wedding, then an Asian wedding, and there's all these different cultures.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I'd like not to do the wedding crashers thing, but actually go to different weddings of different cultures just to kind of experience just how like the subtle differences between the two. Like you mentioned, like the Italian, you know, just open bar that people are
So
just getting
much food.
right. Everyone's eating their meatballs and drinking their vino, you know.
When we were looking at venues, we asked the woman that worked at one of the venues, like, who are the worst? Like, who are the worst types of people to
Uh-huh.
have, like, to have weddings? And she said Indians and Albanians have the biggest weddings. They'll have like 600-person weddings.
Mhm.
They invite everyone they've ever spoken to. And they said like the worst. She actually said like the worst people. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I say this
I'm
in a
waiting for it.
way that
Here we
people
go.
aren't gonna jump to conclusions. But like messiest, filthiest, like I'm talking about throwing full diapers, in the corner of the room, like just absolutely disgusting people are or like I don't know if it's Orthodox or Hasidic Jews, one of them.
That's Chrissie Mayr over
Uh,
on X. That's
um,
no.
and, God, what was the other group? No, it wasn't, fuck. Frank, if you're listening and you remember, tell me who the other group of people were. I forget. It was funny, right? And, I don't think it was black people. No, I think it was another group. I hope he's watching and he can tell me. But that was really interesting to learn.
I love
It just I mean,
I
I'm
love
like, "Diapers? Really? You're gonna throw diapers in the corner of the room? Like, how
it.
just disgusting."
I'm just imagining like at this nice reception, some Jewish lady taking her kid and slapping the kid down on the table, just changing him right on the table and taking it, just tossing tossing this diaper in the corner. Just a little pee pee, whatever. Yeah.
I one time changed the baby. I think we were maybe in a Friendlies. I used a back table, but it was, like, closing time. There was, like, nobody around,
Sure, sure.
and there was no duty, so it's not like there was any mess flying out.
So in other news, not Chrissie Mayr. What's her name got divorced?
Yes. Yes, Sydney Sweeney, right. Wait, let's stop talking about the Jews, for now. Let's see.
Yeah,
Career. Here, this guy, it doesn't seem that special. He's wearing sunglasses all the time.
I just have to
Jonathan
remind everybody that I did have Game Jew on my website for a long
right,
time. So
Game Jew,
yep.
Davino. They're together 7 years. She's not ready to settle down. How old is she? They've only lasted this long because it was hard for her to break it off. They didn't split
Mm.
because there's no love. They split because she wants to focus on her career. Bullshit. That means she was just not that into him. It fizzled. They didn't work on getting closer. They probably maybe they're both traveling a lot. They were spread out. That's what I'm guessing. They just didn't. I think it probably lost momentum. Like maybe if they had, gotten engaged and got married right away, like then their love would have grown and taken on a new life. But they got crusty. They were engaged for too long.
That's what happens. Got to put a ring on that thing.
Yeah, if you're not working towards doing it, what are you doing?
That's right.
Wow. It was recently reported the pair had called off the wedding due to major issues. Wonder if she just caught him with a dude. Sydney and Jonathan have been having major issues, not fully split. Things are not great. They are not throwing in the towel. Yeah, it sounds like somebody cheated.
I would guess that's probably.
They're working on the yeah, that's what major issues are. The source noted, she's 27. Yeah, she'll bounce back.
Yeah,
she was extremely busy and couldn't handle the stress.
Mm.
Oh, they're supposed to get married in the spring. That's now.
It only took 7 years, dude.
The spring is now, so things are probably paid for. Yeah, and it's probably coming time to do it, and she realized, uh-oh. Things are so tense between them. She's promoting a movie that she has to give her full attention. Yeah, okay. It just fizzled. They didn't work on it, and somebody probably dabbled elsewhere. The duo who got engaged in 22 after being linked in the fall of 2018, they made it through the pandemic and didn't get married. Unbelievable. They were photographed together on January 20th when the Euphoria. Oh, that's what she's from. Euphoria. Okay.
You mentioned the pandemic, and I know that we just crossed. We're like 5 years ago. We're in the heat of this thing.
Wow.
Right? Like that was. Like I think that well, I know for a fact that was kind of the red pill moment for me. Probably like 5 years to the day where I was like, wait, this is longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, you mean I don't know if these people have the right idea for all of us, poor folk out here, Oh my God. It always pre-pandemic world and post-pandemic world where
you had like little kids during the pandemic. Are they traumatized by it?
Nah, we kept them pretty sane. I mean, but just the idea, like, I don't know what idiot thought it would be a good idea to put a kid in front of a monitor for freaking kindergarten. Like, that'll work. You can keep them in kindergarten. Like, okay,
yeah,
idiots. And like, I remember like I remember looking at my kid. We tried the whole like Zoom thing for like 2 days, and I was like, what are they possibly learning? There's nothing that can be gained from this right now. They're not learning anything that they're supposed to be learning in kindergarten, and we just shut it down. We were like, oh, I ain't doing that nonsense. So that was crazy.
Look at this.
Yes.
She was staying in Beverly Hills just a couple weeks ago. She was staying in a hotel rather than one of her 2 properties in LA. She was alone. And she was also spotted at this famed Polo Lounge, pool and bar. She was spotted over the weekend with her former co-star Glen Powell. Look at this. Look at this.
Where's her hand?
Where's her hand? Exactly. They're on a tour. They're sightseeing together. Okay, I think we know what's going on here. Jeez. Wow. Oh my goodness. So they became a hot topic when they starred together in Anyone But You. She fell in love with her co-star in 2023. Whoa. Sydney and what a great quote. Sydney and Davino's relationship became a hot topic of conversation in 23 due to her undeniable chemistry. She had undeniable chemistry with Anyone But You co-star Glen Powell. Oh my goodness. Sweeney and Powell later admitted they leaned into the chatter to promote the rom-com. Yeah, easy to lean in when you're giving hand jobs on a sightseeing bus. However, rumors ramped up this week that they were seen together at his sister's wedding in Dallas. Okay, we know
Uh-oh.
what's going on.
Wait, Sydney
Despite
was in Dallas and we didn't know? That's ridiculous.
she should have done your show.
Oh.
Despite the chatter, Sweeney and Davino have always been plagued by breakup rumors due to the ultra private nature of their relationship. Chicago-based producer seldom attended public events with Sweeney, and they rarely stepped out together. Oh man. So it's been on life support probably for years. Yeah, they don't even look good together.
Wow.
She looks way better with this guy.
These are the important topics that I love about your show, Chrissie. We cover the important things.
She hardly wore her engagement ring.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn. Unbelievable.
Wow. She just wasn't that into him. However, their decision to remain out of the public eye led to unfounded split speculation. Okay. We know what's going on here. We figured it out, guys. Everybody go home. We figured it out.
We did it. We'll tell you what. Chrissie's people will reach out to Sydney Sweeney's people and see what the real deets are here. First off, I love the idea that you have your people, and you're gonna like make a call to Wanda or something like that, and Wanda make a call to Jeffrey.
You're looking at my people is me and my husband. That's my people.
Right. That's the way it should be. It's good. Love it.
Oh my God. Okay, so my producer Fealty in the back. He's in the back working hard. He found something that Sweeney is going to get together with Glen Powell. Ooh. Okay, wow. So that they're going to be hot and heavy. That, oh my God, the way she looks at him. Okay. All right, we know what's going on. We don't need to read that article. Oh, April of 2023, there were already rumors about Powell going around. Okay. Wow. Yeah, she should have ended it a long time ago.
Well, hey. Now she's off that leash, ready to pounce, as they say, huh? Ready to prowl.
She's single and ready to pringle.
It's pringle and mingle and all those things. So
love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Love you, get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.